Bruno Fernandes approves Ruben Amorim Man United transfer exit as replacement found. Manchester United transfer news as the obvious transfer at Old Trafford has already been approved by Ruben Amorim. Manchester United boss Ruben Amorim all but confirmed his stance on the future of Casemiro with his team selection against Rangers on Thursday night. Christian Eriksen and Toby Klier started in United's midfield behind Bruno Fernandes and Alejandro Garnacho. The options off the bench came in Kobbie Mainoo and Manuel Ugarte, who have been first choice this season, with Casemiro left on the bench. The Brazilian hasn't featured for United since the 2-0 defeat to Newcastle United at the end of December. That night was overshadowed by a disaster clash against Joelinton, Sandro Tonali and Bruno Guimaraes. Since then, he's been linked with a move to Saudi Arabia and the MLS, but no move has yet materialized. Casemiro is one of the players that United should be looking at offloading to ease concerns over Premier League profitability and sustainability rules, not Alejandro Garnacho. He's contracted until 2026, meaning if a deal doesn't present itself this month, the summer transfer window will surely be the time he leaves. And if Amorim has anything to do with it, his mind is already made. Klier has been on the fringe of the first team this season but has more often than not been left on the bench. His start on Thursday was his first appearance in the Europa League after an impressive display against Arsenal and back-to-back cameo appearances in the league against Southampton and Brighton. The midfielder's emergence under Amorim has showcased his ability, maturity, and professionalism. The standing ovation received in the 73rd minute speaks volumes of what fans think of him. But what about the pros he's playing with? In an interview with MUFC, Fernandes was full of praise. Toby doesn't need help, if I'm being honest. He is a great kid, a great example of a professional. He comes from the academy and knows his place, knows how much he wants to get into the positions of other players. He trains very well every week, trains at the maximum level every time, said Fernandes. He's a really good kid who wants to learn. He's eager to listen and has big qualities. He's aggressive off and on the ball, he's class in tight spaces, and he's just going to get better. Collier's high stakes at the moment means Casemiro's time at United, right now, is all but over. A move away from Old Trafford this month seems to be approved by Amorim already. Fabrizio Romano confirms Man United transfer with surprising detail. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Antony will leave Manchester United on loan and join La Liga side Real Betis, with the Football Transfer News reporter indicating that there is a surprising detail in the deal. Antony has been a peripheral player under new head coach Ruben Amorim, who has left the €95 million player on the bench more often than not. With United eager to shift at least some of his wages off their books, Real Betis quickly emerged as a leading candidate to sign the ailing star, and now Romano has confirmed that only the formalities will have to be completed for the deal to be done. Taking to X on Friday, he stated, "Here we go, confirmed. Antony travels to Sevilla tonight in order to join Real Betis from Man United." Romano also dropped some important details regarding the loan, including the fact that the Spanish outfit have no option to buy the player at the end of the agreement, meaning that Antony will be heading back to Man United in the summer. Green light after documents approved, loan move until June with no buyback clause. Salary shared, Romano confirmed. Patrick Dorgu, Romano reveals the state of play. Romano also confirmed that Man United are still working to secure a deal for Patrick Dorgu. Manchester United's new bid for Patrick Dorgu now imminent. It will be over €30 million after initial one rejected, Romano said. Lecce and Man United are negotiating as Dorgu remains the top target at left wing-back. United are set for a busy few days in the transfer window as they fight Napoli to land Dorgu. While there are ongoing rumors that Alejandro Garnacho and Marcus Rashford will depart in moves that will surely force them back into the market to sign at least one attacker. Here we go. Fabrizio Romano confirms departure of 17G per a Man United star. Italian journalist Fabrizio Romano gives his trademark "here we go" to confirm the imminent departure of Manchester United flop Antony. The 24-year-old has been a major letdown since completing a £86 million transfer from Ajax in the summer of 2022, following his mentor Erik ten Hag. Nevertheless, the move from Amsterdam to Manchester didn't bode well for either man. The Dutch tactician was sacked in October following a calamitous start of the season, despite being backed by Ineos after clinching the FA Cup at the end of the previous campaign. As for the Brazilian winger, he never managed to replicate the delightful performances that earned him so much fame and esteem during his time at Ajax. He only contributed with 12 goals and 5 assists in 96 appearances for the club. Therefore, Man United have been keen to find Antony a new home after being relegated to the bench following the arrival of Ruben Amorim, who immediately put his trust in Amad Diallo on the right wing, and rightfully so. The Red Devils found themselves an ally in Real Betis who are willing to bet on the out-of-sorts winger Antony to complete Real Betis' move in coming hours. According to Romano, the transfer is now imminent, with the player flying to Spain to finalize his move. This will be a dry loan that doesn't include a buy clause. United will also contribute to the player's wages, as the Andalusians weren't willing to cover his entire £200,000 per week salary. Moreover, the transfer market expert adds that the Premier League giants continue to work on Patrick Dorgu, who remains the priority target to bolster the left flank. This morning, Romano had revealed that the Reds have raised their offer for the 20-year-old Lecce left-back, while reports from Italy claim that the player and his entourage are pushing for the move to Old Trafford. Manchester United return to Europa League action this Thursday when they host Rangers for an 8 p.m. kickoff. The Reds enter the clash on the back of a woeful 3-1 defeat to Brighton and Hove Albion in the Premier League, which marked their 10th loss of the campaign and left them 13th placed in the table. After such a torrid display, fans would usually expect changes across the board to send a message to Sunday's underperformers. However, with Ruben Amorim's newly implemented system proving so difficult to adapt to, he'll struggle to drop certain figures who featured most weeks since he arrived. He is, however, said to be considering one substantial change between the sticks. Andre Onana's costly blunder gifted Brighton their third goal at Old Trafford when he attempted to claim a low cross, but palmed the ball in the path of the pouncing Jorginho Rutter, who swiftly converted the unmissable chance. Onana in line to be dropped after Brighton debacle. 442 now claims Amorim could restore Altay Bayındır to the starting 11 in place of the struggling. Jamie Carragher brutally mocks Gary Neville after Man United return claim. Former Manchester United captain Gary Neville has been tipped as the answer to the club's problems, but it's safe to say that Jamie Carragher doesn't agree with the suggestion. Jamie Carragher has mocked the notion that Gary Neville could be Manchester United's savior. The Red Devils have faltered in the Premier League since the departure of Sir Alex Ferguson more than a decade ago, and now find themselves in the bottom half of the table. Erik ten Hag has already been replaced by Ruben Amorim this term, but United's form has not improved in the top flight. Such form has seen legendary broadcaster Des Lynam call for Neville to quit his punditry duties and outside interests to make a miraculous return to management. The ex-Match of the Day presenter reckons the Salford City owner could have the required impact on United's dressing room and on the club's hierarchy given his experience in business. It's safe to say Carragher disagrees. The former Liverpool defender had a simple response to the suggestion, as he posted 7 laughing with tears emojis in response to Lynam on X. Carragher has suggested that Neville should take over at United before, however, although the Sky Sports pundit struck a somewhat more tongue-in-cheek tone. After Neville's record in charge of Valencia was compared to that of Ten Hag in December 2023, Carragher touted his colleague for the Old Trafford hot seat. The 46-year-old responded to a tweet that read, Gary Neville at Valencia. 28 games, 11 losses, 39 goals, 38 goals conceded. Ten Hag 23-24, 26 games, 13 losses, 33 goals, 41 goals conceded. Worst manager ever versus Mr. Era's come to an end, Carragher said. Give it Gary till the end of the season. Regardless of Neville's record at Valencia, Lynam believes he has the qualities to be a success at United. He has Manchester United blood running through his veins, said Lynam. He is deeply hurt by the club's present predicament. He has a powerful personality and would be a strong presence in the dressing room. Oh, and the money men had better watch out. Neville is an astute businessman. My plea to him was over 3 years ago, but as the men with their furrowed brows took their temporary residence in the United dugout, Neville has remained the best candidate in my mind. He is hugely successful as a broadcaster, but then almost every Tom, Dick and Rio has had a go at that. Apparently Neville has made a great deal of money from his business exploits, but will he be remembered for them? If he were to save Manchester United, he would be forever remembered. He is tough and would be ruthless when needed.